Hi, here is another Chinese console, gaming console. This is one of the best ones I have ever tried, and it was quite cheap. It was about 30 bucks. This looks like the original PSP. It's very similar, but it says Game Player. At the background there are no idiot text and signs. There's a sticker which says 4 GB FM. Here's a camera which says video 10.0 megapixels. Of course, again, it's just a VGA camera, but these devices are not for making videos. These are for gaming. The buttons are really good. They are very comfortable, and also the analog stick works well. The buttons here are working, but not in a way they should, because they have different function. I will show it. And let's see what it has at the bottom. Here's a USB connector, and here you can put micro SD if the 4 GB is not enough. Here's the microphone. Here's a headphone. It says USB, but it's actually an HDMI output, and it really works. So you can watch full HD videos with this one. It can play 1080p videos without any problem. And here's a standard AV out if you don't have HDMI. Okay, it's already turned on, and what's interesting in this one is that it has touchscreen. It's not capacitive, it's only the classic resistive, which, as you can see, does not working as well as capacitive ones, but it's perfect for this use. Let's see the functions. We have video. This is an example. I just watched this movie some months ago with HDMI output. It has many functions. We can add tags, select the play mode, and there are many settings. Oh, and it can also use subtitles, so it's pretty good, and it plays very much formats. Here's the music player. It uses ID3 tags, so we can select artists, albums, genres, and stuff like these. It's a very good one, and it can play in the background. Here are photos. I tried to make some, but as you can see, it's very bad quality. So it's totally useless as a camera. Here's an ebook reader. I added some TXT ebooks, but as you can see, it's not what you would use as an ebook reader. It's very simple, and it's only good in emergency. This is a simple file browser, and here's an audio recorder. Here are again some good options. You can choose between MP3, VMA, WAV, and you can also select the quality, where to save it, silence detection. So it's pretty advanced. Here's the radio. It only works with the earphones, yes. But it's a good FM radio, and you can record from it. Here are the settings. There are some basic settings like backlight time, power saving, date and time, language. Here you can reset the device, and here is some info about the device. Here's the video recorder and the camera. Again, there are many options here, but the quality is horrible, so we are not even trying this. These are built-in games. These are Game Boy Advance games, and there are many of them. We'll try one or two. Let's use this category. Oh, here's Double Dragon. As you can see, you can save the game at any place and load the progress. And the speed of the game is perfect. You can play them in full speed, no serious lagging. So it plays very good Game Boy Advance games. Okay, and here I am showing that these are not used as the original Game Boy's left and right buttons, but this is what brings you back to the menu, so I don't know why they did this way. Okay, so it plays Game Boy Advance games very well. Here's a category which says 3D game. These are not 3D games, but the ROMs you are adding yourself. I added some Game Boy Advance games, and also a Super Nintendo one, which can be played again full speed. It's very good. It's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. As you can see, no problem. Let's go back. We have 3D Arcade. These are some classic popular arcade games which work very well. Let's try one. It does not have that save feature, but you can add as many coins as you like. You can add coins with the select button, and you can see there. Again, this one is running in full speed. So finally there's some good CPU in this emulator console. I'm taking the volume lower. Okay, let's go back. What we have is touch game. These touch games are basically flash games built in. The categories are a little strange. I choose chess, but there is no chess game at all. Okay, let's try this one. You can also add your own flash games and play with the touchscreen, so it's pretty good. And it works well. You can add any flash game you like. Unfortunately, the buttons won't work, but touchscreen or clicking games are perfect. For example, escape games. Okay, let's go back. This is only to change the background. There are some built-in backgrounds. You can change one color backgrounds and also animated ones. This is slowing down the device a little. As you can see, it's lagging more, but it looks really good. I think these are flash animations. We have also PSP effects. There's stuff called dictionary. This is totally useless. I mean, it can be useful for Chinese, but you select an English word and it describes in Chinese. We have Flash. We can play our own Flash games. And here's a calendar, which is again useless. We can't add any event. We can just select the days and that's all. Okay, this was the touchscreen Chinese emulator console. Unfortunately, it only supports Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo games, so no NES, no Game Boy Color, no Game Boy, no Mega Drive. So Game Boy Advance only, and Super Nintendo, and of course the built-in arcade games and also the flash games. So it's a disadvantage. It should support much more consoles, but if it's enough for you, then I can recommend it.